working. Right. Hello, YouTube. Right, so don't worry about the Dragon Ball attire. Gives me plus 10 strength and muscle every morning. So, you know. So, yes, this is the first one of the YouTube channel. So this is going to be a pull day. A bit of a working day as well because I am on shift at GD. Got a client later as well. I'm going to do some online coaching work after this first meal. So basically, it's a Thursday. So how a Thursday goes with me. I'll wake up, do my business on the toilet, weigh myself. So we weighed at about 87.6. We're fluctuating around the 87th minute. Post sunburn. So we've got about 4 hours before got about 4 hours before shift, so I can get maybe two and a bit meals in, just as I can't get that many meals in when I'm on shift, so we want to prioritize food around training. So first meal, what we've got some bacon rashers, whites, a bagel thin, some Star Jacks. But at 6.5 weeks out, we are all good. Dropped a decent amount of good weight. Mentally, feel class. Best I've ever felt, best I've ever looked at 6.5 weeks out. And best I've ever looked and mentally felt ever. Not many people speak about how people actually feel on prep. Now, someone made a good point yesterday saying that they're 95% bodybuilder. That 5% is just being a normal person enjoying life, which I agree on. Weight's coming down, strength's going up, growing in the show, legs are coming in. Can't complain. So I'll show you the scran what we're gonna eat today. So enjoy. Game changer this. Fucking amazing. Right, now that our pan is nice and hot, you want to take your turkey rashers, get yourself an air fryer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to put the whole pack in. Lovely. And our pan. We then make our egg whites. Then we put our almond butter on our Snacker Jacks, and then you eat it. So yeah, lovely.
What?
Oop. And what you asked, I've just started a video again. Look at that. Right, so got to scran this. Got some housework to do as well, actually. Then I'm gonna go through some form feedback on WhatsApp and check in with some of the guys who I coach. So.
This litter just keeps coming out. Cat.
Cleaning is done.
Hey matey, yes, so start weighing yourself every single day for us. I just want to see and gather some data on what's obviously going wrong with the fluctuation of weight, okay? Now, I know you are getting a little bit stressed on the fact of that the weight's not coming off, and obviously we're back at the 123. But everything fluctuating is regarding sleep, stress, cardio. You guys know how many calories you do, because I don't want you to be doing one big one, I want you to be splitting up, so the heart rate is elevated each different week, okay? Again, get more data with them, routine. Yeah, I've seen from the photos as well what you've just...
Meal 2. 600 gram potatoes and about 200 gram of chicken. Lovely.
This is meal 3. This would usually be my pre, but just since our work's working today, I'll be training around 4. So I would usually have a banana with this as well. But I'm having it before work. But yeah, good meal. So we've got cream of rice, a little bit of sugar-free syrup, dark chocolate, whey, and it's hot. It's lovely. Right, so on our way to work, obviously classy uniform, you know, doesn't make us look like I was going to say men's physique guy, but I know loads of men's physique guys who are massive. Don't look like a fucking athletic swimmer at all. Nah, swimmers are good as well. But I walk to work every day. It's about 3,000, 2,500, 3,000 steps there. And obviously there and back, that's equaling nearly like 6k steps, which is good, which is a good chunk of my steps. So my steps daily are around, well, they just got changed this morning by the lovely thing, Kelly. So they're 17,500 steps a day. So expenditure's high, but I do a lot of output and expenditure. So with the job I do with GAD, I'm always on my feet. So what I tend to do a lot of the time when I'm on my walks to work is just reply to clients, just being a bit more accountable for my time. So instead of just browsing through TikTok, which I do sometimes, but if clients are wanting feedback, clients are sending videos, I'll just get back to them on videos whilst I'm on my walks. It's a good way to stay busy and be more time efficient with your work. I don't think I'm one of those fucking Logan Paul vloggers. But I'm not Logan Paul. I'm in a forest, like, but I'm not Logan Paul. Quick banana. Fucking tiny. Pre of choice today as well. We've got some Hyde Max Pump. Use obviously the pump stuff, just as it's obviously better for caffeine. Obviously, if I'm usually having a monster a day, it's better to not go too crazy on the caffeine because I'm not a complete wizard. So yeah, let's go.
multitasking workforce, unleashing our natural creativity. We just need to slow it down. You have to be all things. Why exclude? You have to be everything.
Some naughty audios now. Shoes are off, makes it more optimal.
You are here simply because you look young. You some Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus looking motherfuckers. So suck a dick.
Teammate Remix. Teammate Remix.
Yeah, I haven't got that much, to be fair.
Sorry, just pinch me straps. It's fine, I didn't need them. You know. It's a good job, I like them, you know, it's a good job, I like them. PM. Good session though, very happy with that session. Oh, I've knocked the door. The infamous GD Washington disabled toilets, you know. Very many memories have been in here. Actually, I don't want to think about it. Good pull session. Couple of lifts were a bit meh. Last week's session was in a different gym, so plate weight could be different, somewhere like that. I'm not trying to give myself excuses. We'll finish up now, get a little bit of a shower, go do me 1-1, go back home, get my post-workout in. So I'll see you there. See yous there. Right guys, so PT is done, training's done, shift's done. Quick nip over to one of the shops around here as we're going to be fueling up on fuck tons of Snacker Jacks. So walking home now, finish off the steps, do the cardio, get some food, smash day. So this is like technically the post-workout meal, which I should have had, but I was PTing someone, so we got some more whey, which we're going to make a paste out of. We've got some more cream of rice with some dark chocolate, and obviously just some little syrups and some cinnamon and that. I would usually have a banana with this, but obviously I had the banana mid-shift. Right, so we're at the end of the day now. Typically at the end of the day, usually on a Thursday, I would just chill out, lob a movie on. Just got myself some Doctor Strange on because I love me Marvel.
I'm going to get cardio done in a bit, then have my last meal. The last meal is, so it's about 200 gram of low fat mince, half a bag of basmati rice, peas, broccoli, and 2 Snacker Jacks. But I'm not going to show you it, okay? So typically on a training day, the calories range between about like, it doesn't really go off calories to be fair, but it's around 2,903k, something like that on a training day. My expenditure is high though. So obviously my expenditure at the minute, I'm on about 17.5k a day, 30 minutes cardio on a training day, 35 minutes on a rest day. Obviously rest day food's different. We are about 2,500 calories on a rest day, something like that. But my expenditure is high, so my daily calories burned are quite high. I've learned this prep to not have a crazy emotional attachment with food. Sounds silly when you say that, but the more attached you are to food, the more emotion you put in when you've got to lose it. So when you're on a prep, you are 100% going to lose food. You're going to lose calories because you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. So if you're going to get attached to the food you're eating, and then when it goes, your attachment goes, and then you start obsessing over it, then you can't adjust to new food. You've got to have the mindset of each week that food will probably change depending on your rate of loss. So anyone who's in a cut, you need to find different ways to stop the hunger taking over your mind more or less. Like, you are going to be hungry, 100%. You are going to get hungry. And then your stomach's going to start adjusting to the food you're giving it. But you need to find ways to not think about the hunger, which is very silly. Obviously, people use water, a lot of water. Other cravings such as like low-calorie drinks, Pepsi Max, Iron Brew Extra, stuff like that are good for cravings. Stuff like chewing gum, I wouldn't really say, because once you have one, you want the lot. And you have distractions, and you have family around you. Even if it's not family who understand bodybuilding, it's good to visit family. Obviously, when you've got work, don't let a bodybuilding prep judge how your day is going to be. If you're going to be in a shit mood because you're hungry, then that's going to affect your work life, all because you're on a diet for a show. Now, at the end of the day, that is all it is. It's you dieting for a show. Your training doesn't change. Your training should never really need to change. Maybe some higher volume sets here and there, something like that. But your training does never really need necessarily change. Your expenditure is going to change. Your food's going to change. They're your two main ones. And your lifestyle a little bit, because you start picking up just obviously some lifestyle habits when you're on prep. Once you can start getting out of the way, once you've got your habits and everything, it's generally just a diet. Obviously you're gonna feel rough, because you're gonna get your days when you're like, Jesus, like, training's been rough today, work's been rough today, don't know me steps, don't know me cardio, just want to chill out, relax. And some things will annoy you, but if you're gonna let your attitude then get the better of you, then you can't handle prep. You just need to find a clear mindset, okay? And then just enjoy the process. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck's sake. Found it. It's a privilege to compete. Competing is just a side of training. You get to the muscle level you're at by training and eating. It's a privilege to be able to compete. Don't make it a task. Enjoy it, okay? And a lot of you won't agree with this, but I'm just enjoying this process because I feel happy. I do feel rough on some days, but I'm excited because I'm going to look 10 times better than I did last time. So what's not to like, okay? I'm not going to show you the rest of the day. What's my steps like today? Well and truly hit me steps a day as well. Yeah, 70.5k. Better not do any more before Mr. Kelly tells us off for that. So I really hope you enjoyed that one. So I will catch you all in a bit, please.